Hello ladies and gentlemen, Grim here and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to teach you how to play the League of Anarchy Joker team in phase 1 like a pro. This strategy is going to guarantee the tag-ins and at the same time guarantee you that Brainiac will have zero chance to use any specials. So literally, you're going to get Brainiac stuck into kind of an infinite combo. I will get into that, but this is the best strategy that you're going to be able to use for phase 1. And it's been out there for a long time, but I haven't covered it because I didn't really understand it. But now I was able to put it in practice myself, and it went well enough, but... Nevertheless, for the example, I'm going to start off with, at the very least, the first person that I saw doing this strategy and the person that I think this started from, and that is Cuddles. So make sure to check out Cuddles' channel, links in the description, links in the pinned comment. Unless you got a problem with weeps, then Cuddles is going to be a great Injustice 2 mobile channel for you. A lot of quality content, a little bit too much of anime titties and anime songs, but other than that, it's going to be a good time overall. So that being said, let's get into it. Okay, so first up I'm going to quickly explain the team setup over here, and then we're going to go over the entire fight on normal speed, then on 0.5 speed, and then I'll just break down the main combo that's going to pretty much facilitate this. So the team comp is going to be Entangling Poison Ivy and Last F Joker with all blades equipped on both of them in order to increase the damage. And this team can work like ideally you want it to be damage oriented as much as possible, because the better the build the characters, the more damage they'll do. But ideally you want your Flora Poison Ivy to have at least 30k health and 60% defense, or 28k health and 75% defense, because she will need to survive the super move of Brainiac. If she doesn't survive the move of Brainiac, then just keep your Just League Flash alive until Brainiac has super move available and kill him that way. Just League Flash is going to be the third character, but you can just replace him off with Brainiac if you want to. It's going to be pretty much the same thing. They're just there to buff the characters. And this video is not about the two different strategies, but about the specific combo between Last Ever Joker and Entangling Poison Ivy. So let's get into that. Okay, so starting off the fight, you're going to want your first priority to be getting rid of the minions. The minions, so of course, will buff the attack of Last Ever Joker. And then you will want to get the Just League Flash dead as soon as possible. Ideally, tag him in when Brainiac has Special 1 available. You want him dead because you are only keeping him in the team for the passive that he provides, and as soon as he's dead, you're going to get your passive buffed up as well. Then you want to do a super move as soon as possible, because that really boosts your damage. And after that, you just go to town. Yet again, we'll watch it on far slower motion, and I'll explain the mid combo. But this strategy basically guarantees that Brainiac is going to have literally no chance. This is a guarantee, this is not luck, this is not the Brainiac bugging out. If you execute this correctly, except for when he does the super move, Brainiac will have a 0% chance to use any special abilities. He will just be a gullible idiot over here who will literally do nothing for you except for jump attacks and swipe towards you attacks. And when he jumps or does a swipe towards you, you can freely re-engage the combo with Entangling Poison Ivy, because I guarantee you 100% if you're doing this correctly, there's nothing that can happen to you. So the strategy is going to pretty much tag in and out in between Entangling Poison Ivy and Last Ever Joker. Like, Entangling Poison Ivy doesn't really have like the best attacks to tag him from, and at the same time you would have had the problem of Brainiac using specials before. But somebody figured out, I think it was Cuddles, yet again I'm not sure who was first, but Cuddles is the first person that I saw doing this. They figured out that if you do this, like if you tag him with Last Ever Joker in the middle of the combo of Entangling Poison Ivy, then you're going to be able to guarantee yourself that Brainiac will get stuck like an idiot and not do anything, and you can easily tag in. You'll not be able to do a combo as normally, and it will be a little bit difficult. So basically you do 2 hits with Entangling Poison Ivy. They might seem like 3 hits, but her second hit hits 2 times. I know it's weird, King has something similar on his third hit. But you're pretty much doing 2 hits with Entangling Poison Ivy and tagging Joker straight into a swipe right and the tap 3 times into a special 2 at the end. It's going to be a little bit weird because you're not going to be ending your combo with Last Ever Joker in swipe right, and that's how you usually do it. And at the same time, it's kind of weird to tag in the middle of Entangling Poison Ivy. And on top of that, it's going to be the fact that all this is going to have to be done kind of ahead of time, because in Just 2 Mobile, you're kind of pressing buttons a little bit ahead of when the character executes them. But do not worry, we'll break it down in just a second. And yeah, like, if your build is perfect or close to perfect, you should have no problem one-shotting tier 8 with this strategy. And now that phase 1 is done, let's get into breaking it down. Okay, so getting into this, as you can see over here, first of all, kill all the minions as fast as possible. Like, this can take you all the way from like 2 seconds all the way to 5 seconds, depending on your luck, on what they do when they get tagged in. Your last of Joker is going to be in, and engage a quick combo. Don't tag out straight away, because you want the Brainiac to have special 1 available for Flash to die in very quick, because if he kills Flash with basic attacks, then he will have a special available after Flash dies and might kill your Joker. Joker gets tagged in, and over here what you wanna do is to tag him in and out and poison Ivy all the way until you get yourself enough energy for the super move. The super move is vital here because it will heavily benefit characters that are doing most of their damage on basic attacks. Super move in there, and also it's a pretty decent chunk of damage. And you tag Poison Ivy normally, like from a swipe right, like that, all that good stuff. Either tap 3 times, swipe right, tap 3 times, swipe right, or do a swipe right, tap 3 times, swipe right. And now over here, let's get into the actual mid combo tagging. So last ever Joker is in there. Let's take it from here. Swipe right, tap 1, 2, 3. Swipe right. Poison Ivy in, tap 1, 2, 3. And back off while blocking. Tap 1, 2, and then tag in with Last of Joker straight into a swipe right, tap 3 times, special 2, swipe right, tap 1, 2, 3 times, swipe right. Poison Ivy in, and over here she's going to take the super move, that's fine. Let's pick up the pace from here again. She needs to be tanky enough to tank this, because it's not ideal for her to die, and it's ideal to have Just League Flash dead much sooner than this for the ideal amount of damage. Okay, so again, in taking Poison Ivy in, swipe right, tap 1, 2, 3, back off, tap 1, 2, and then Last of Joker into a swipe right, tap 1, 2, 3 into a special 2. And from over here you just swipe right and re-engage the combo. You can tag in Entangling Poison Ivy, or you can do another special 2. Like how I've seen it's most effective about doing 2 special 2s per tag in. And don't get me wrong, special 2s do crap amount of damage compared to your overall damage. They don't do as close to your damage, but the reason why you're doing the special 2s for the most part is to extend the duration in which you can do basics on Brainiac. So you're doing special 2 not for the purpose of doing damage with a special 2 necessarily, though that's a decent chunk of damage as well. You're doing it for the purpose of staying in the fight for longer and doing more basic attacks. And ideally you want to keep yourself at 3 all blade stacks at all time during your duration with Last Ever Joker in. And in order to constantly achieve 3 all blade stacks on both Last Ever Joker and Entangling Poison Ivy, you're going to need to do 1 tag in with only 1 special 2 and 1 tag in with 2 special 2s. You pretty much need to fluctuate in between them. That's going to be the most optimal way to go about it. So yeah, swipe right here for our Poison Ivy in, like it's just as we talked about, tap 3 times, back off while blocking, and I guarantee, there's a 100% guarantee Brainiac will either swipe towards you or do a jump attack, and you need to re-engage your combo right after he does that, because he will not use any specials on you. For our Poison Ivy back in, tap 3 times, back off while blocking, and then tap 2 times, It's just 2 times tap, okay? It's just a 2 times tap. You might confuse it. Like, this is a problem I had at first when looking at the strategy. I was like, oh, those people are tapping 3 times. Look, and I was trying to tap 3 times myself, and I was like, hey, it's not working. It is working. They were just tapping 2 times because that's simply the animation of entangling poison ivy. It might be misleading. And you need to be careful with that because it's a little bit hard to tap at 2 taps because you got this mindset that you always do 3 taps into a swipe right. There's literally no situation where you do only 2 taps, so that's a little bit of a mindset that you have to get out of. Another important thing is that after those 2 taps, you tag in the Joker straight into a swipe right. Like, if you press anything but a swipe right, you're going to ruin the entire combo. So you're going to tag him in a swipe right and a tap 3 times, and then you have to use a special 2. You literally have to use a special 2 at that point after 3 taps. Remember, the first combo after tag him in, you can't use a swipe right, the game will not allow you. So you have to use a special 2 for that one. But yeah, this is pretty much how this strategy goes. Like, you can kind of practice it in arena or something like that. Like, practice the mid combo tagging in arena, in champions arena. Like, in other game modes, it will not make the enemy not use any special tags or anything on you, but you can tag in that way, so you can practice the tagging over there. And at the start, this might be very difficult to actually execute, and I've experienced a lot of difficulties myself with it at the start. But once you get into the mindset of it and you perfect it and you kind of manage to get rid of the habits that you have built while trying to play other characters that were played so much differently, then you're going to be able to flawlessly execute this, and this will become from the hardest pip that you can do to the easiest and the most linear pip that you can do in Injustice Mobile. So yeah, let's take a look one more time at only the combo and break it down for you again. Okay, so this is actually on 0.25, so if you don't understand from this one, then I don't know, man. Swipe right, okay, swiping right, tagging poison ivy from swipe right. Swipe right with her, tap 3 times, 1, 2, 3, remember the second tap is 2 hits. Back off, you'll either swipe towards your jump, tap 1, 2, that's just 2 taps. Let's have Joker in, straight into a swipe right, tap 1, 2, 3 times. Special 3, not a swipe right, special 3 over there. And swipe right, tap 1, 2, 3, swipe right. Another special 2, you could have tagged out right now, but you can also do another special 2. Swipe right, tap 1, 2, 3, swipe right. Entangling poison ivy, straight into a swipe right. Tap 1, 2, 3. Back off all blocking. Tap 1, 2. And let's have a Joker back in into a swipe right. Tap 1, 2. So yeah, this is pretty much the strategy. Like, it might seem complicated, and it is quite complicated to learn, but once you get the hang of it, it will be a walk in the park. It will literally be the easiest thing you'll have to do in Injustice Mobile. Like, we're going to get and dissect the Gorilla Growth strategy, where you combo and trap Gorilla Growth with the League of Rank team. That will be definitely fun. That's definitely a hard one. I wanted to do this one first because you need to know this strategy to kind of be able to apply the combo interruption Gorilla Growth strategy. But yeah, with that being said, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Make sure to check out Cuddles. Make sure to check out Cuddles. And with that being said, links to his channel will be in the description in the pinned comment. Check out the live stream only channel as well. And I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.